Why can't I see it? I'm going to die tomorrow. I don't know why. I suspect it has something to do with what I can't do rather than what I did. Everyone that I know of, maybe everyone that has ever existed, has been able to see, feel, touch, perceive in some way what they call the orison. I haven't, and I don't think I ever will. I have kept it a secret from everyone, pretending to know what they mean. Sometimes it is presented as something existing externally. My mom once said, "The orison is looking orange today." Other times, it seems to be some sort of feeling. My boyfriend Joseph said something like, "The orison possesses me to love you the way I do." I felt lost, confused, alienated, all that good stuff, until I began to suspect I was insane. I did not know what would happen if I confessed to not knowing what the orison was, since everyone, and I mean everyone, seemed to take it for granted that we all knew what it was. One day, I had enough of pretending and decided to tell Joseph, the person I trusted most. "Ah, the orison is positively brilliant today," he said excitedly. I didn't say anything. "Joseph," I began, "can I tell you something?" He looked at me straight in the eye. "Of course! You can tell me anything." I have no idea what the orison is, and I never have. And I feel like I'm going crazy, I confessed. He looked at me in wide-eyed horror, like he had just gazed upon a terrible taboo being violently transgressed. "That's not possible," he said, starting to laugh reflexively. "I'm serious." "Don't you see it? Feel it? It is with you, always," he tried to convince me. "I don't see or feel anything other than what is in front of me, and inside of me." "You don't see that right there?" He pointed to an empty corner of his room. "The orison is eating a rat as we speak. Just look at it. It's amazing. I love it so much." Tears formed in his eyes. He went to the empty corner of the room and started stripping down. "I want to be the rat that the orison eats. I want it to destroy me," he cried. "Joseph," I began, "what are you doing?" He looked back at me, a face I didn't recognize. "I am going to be one with the orison. It is my time." In a span of 20 minutes, each molecule of his body detached itself from him, and he disintegrated into nothingness. As this was happening, there were bestial cries of pain. I don't know why I didn't move or try to stop him. I just went home in a daze. My mom confronted me instantly as I opened the door. "You don't know what the orison is? Joseph became one, and you let him? What is the matter with you?" She was in an uproar. How did she even know? She called someone, and they took me away in a car. I was sitting in an empty room guarded by bars. I wasn't even aware these types of rooms existed. A woman came inside my room and sat down next to me. "You don't know what the orison is?" she asked politely. Do I lie? What if I just lied? And if I told the truth, what happens? "I've been disoriented for so long," I began. "Everyone seems to know what the orison is, and I feel out of place, like I don't belong." She put her hand on my shoulder. "You do not belong, and we cannot have those who do not belong in our society. We only need people who fit in. Surely you understand." I didn't. I never have. I never will. The next thing I know, I was in a padded room and being asked questions by who I presume to be doctors about how long it has been since I hadn't seen the orison, since I was born. Why I can't see it, no clue. How long have I known? Since I was born. They gave me pills to swallow, saying it would help me see the Orison. It didn't. Nothing did. This went on for at least 25 years. This routine, staying in a padded room, being prodded by doctors, interrogated, choking down pills. Nothing helped. My doctor of the last 15 years came into my room with a grim look on his face. "Everything we have done," he began, "and nothing's worked. I'm sorry, but there is no hope for you. We have put in a request for your termination, and it should be carried out tomorrow. I'm so sorry," he said, tears in his eyes. He left, so that's where I am now. The next day, the guards led me into a room with a wooden chair in it. "Sit," one ordered. I did so. I sat there for what felt like hours. The door opened, and a white cat walked in. "I have been told," it began, "that you cannot see me." "I can see you," I said. "You are gazing upon the Orison," it said. I was confused. "Are you sure?" "I have absolute certainty about everything." "So that means I won't be terminated?" I asked, hopefully. "On one condition. If you accept my offer, you will wake up in bed 25 years ago, when you first decided to confess. You must pretend to see me. You must play along. This is the only way," it said somberly. I nodded. "Anything. I'll do anything," I said. "So be it," it said. And I instantly woke up in bed. I looked around. Definitely my parents' house. I went downstairs where my mom was washing dishes. "Did you see the Orison today, Mom? It was very cute and white. I wanted to give it a hug," I said excitedly. She looked at me with confusion and more than a hint of worry.